you! Oh, nope. Bio's like, nah, just kidding. I don't want to be mayor, actually. To make it even funnier.
Absolutely I do.
Go, my noble steed!
The ship doesn't swerve when it sees how big the iceberg is.
I like big plants, I cannot lie. And I think I need to go back to... Wait! Wait, what? Are you ready for some top secret horse-based intel? There's a food that horses just love. It's... carrots. I think you were supposed to do that! Oh, what? Sir? Delicious. Giva, what are you doing? Alright, I think you're being taken off of chicken feeding duty, darling. Ring if... Oh, goodbye. Goodbye! I have to go, my people need me. Welcome in, everybody. I thought so much about streaming yesterday, and then I thought again about streaming earlier today, and then I was just like, no, we have a pretty decent lineup on the schedule. And I was going to do some art, but some chores got in the way. So, it's time for some Pikmin. That is the perfect way for me to de-stress. Hi, Mom! Welcome in, everyone. Keep the hair. My mom got a sneak peek. I mean, technically, everyone in the Discord got a sneak peek at what it looked like wet, but this is a benefit of our charity incentives going on right now. We reached $100 raised, so hair is purple. I still think it's probably my favorite color to dye my hair. I've been enjoying it a good bit. I don't know if it's funnier to, like, ask the streamer to do their hair in a color they don't like for charity. I really don't know. I mean, I feel like having purple hair while I am trying to do interview stuff may be enough of an incentive to say, ah, yes, let's do this. Hi, Windu, welcome in. Welcome to Pikmin. Why are you like this every single time? Ah! Every time. Properties. We'll do unlisten. We'll do listen. That didn't fix it. We're gonna unplug a thing. 1 second. 50% of the time. The plug and play works 50% of the time. How's it going, Windu? There we go. I am doing pretty good, all things considered. I have purple hair. I'm ready to play Pikmin. How am I liking A Wonderful Life, by the way? I forgot that you had to wait for Van to show up in town so that you could sell non-produce related things. So it's been a little slow to make money, but it was actually really funny. I looked at the guy's hours and I was like, what do you mean you're only open on the 3rd and the 8th? What about, like, the other 2/3 of the month? And then I remembered that seasons in that game are only 10 days long. And I was like, I guess that's pretty fair. Thank you, Windu. We are sporting purple hair because we raised enough money for World Central Kitchen, and we are still going. The next milestone, Windu, you're probably not gonna like, because at $150, at $45 more raised, I have to say that cereal is soup. That's not me saying it, by the way. I've been thinking about Pikmin a lot lately. If you really need money, you can also set up a little shop of your own. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I don't think I really need money. Like, right now, I got my first chicken, and then I bought a rooster. And now I am... Mom says, blasphemy! Soup is soup! Preach it, Mom. Preach it. That's amazing. But yeah, I was actually kind of trying to think about what game I most wanted to sit down and play on my own, and Pikmin was actually the one that was, like, grabbing me the most right now. But of course, this is a game that I'm trying to play through on stream. I could set up a non-stream playthrough. Talk to the new guy? Okay. The doctor is in. Oh, that's right. Well, hello there, new blood. It'll be nice to have a fresh subject around here. Since we'll be working together, you can just call me Yanni. No sense wasting valuable research time. I need you to go out on some night expeditions for me. I want you to harvest extracts from the luminols that I can use as medicinal ingredients. It's only possible at night. I could go on, but you should just see it for yourself. Let me know when you're ready for a nighttime adventure. Let's try it. These areas have been approved for night expeditions. Let's do it. Sunset's not quite here yet, so you can breathe easy for a little bit. It doesn't help that right now on my Tumblr, I am following someone who keeps reblogging. They keep reblogging just a ton of Pikmin art, like from multiple different games. I'm getting a lot of Louis, which I think is the guy from Pikmin 2. And for some reason, Reddit has decided to start sending me notifications about the Pikmin subreddit, and it's just like, I have never clicked on a Pikmin meme on Reddit until I got the first one, and now they keep sending them to me, and it's like, the Pikmin subreddit is absolutely deranged. It's a trip. It's kind of like peak Tumblr from when I was in college. Like, everyone is just absolutely wacky about these little men. There it is, new blood. That is a luminol. When dawn breaks, it will release an extract I'll use to make that medicine. But if the luminol is destroyed, we won't harvest any extract at all. All you need to do is protect the luminol until morning. Simple, right? Well, well now. What's this? These little guys weren't here before. Let's observe them and see what they do. Look at that! It propagated more. Are you thinking what I'm thinking, new blood? So cute! Like a little ghosty. Yep, those little guys sure look like a new variety of Pikmin to me. They're kind of glowing, so Glow Pikmin seems like an appropriate name. We're besties now. They're rather fond of you, new blood. That's perfect. You and these little guys can protect the luminol together. That star-shaped fragment from earlier, let's call it a glow pellet. Try carrying those to the luminol to see if we can propagate more glow Pikmin. I leave it to you then. Oops. I don't have to pluck them. Gather the glow Pikmin you need first. It's about that time, new blood. See how the creatures become more aggressive at night? They're drawn here by that irresistible glow. Watch out now. They'll come for the luminol, so don't let them break it. Ah, they're headed this way. For now, collect glow pellets and propagate more glow Pikmin to build up your protective forces. The creatures will keep attacking until dawn, so do your best to take them out. Okay, it's up to you, Oatchi and Red. Good luck. Oh, that's eerie. That's kind of scary. Not gonna lie. Yeah, my eyes are on it. I see him over there. how's it going? No, 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 no. Okay, okay, okay. Hi, Linksy, you got here at a time. How dare you eat my little man? So I'm noticing that charging these guys does not automatically launch an attack. I'm on it, Yanni. The more you talk in the cutscene, the worse it gets. Owie. Probably gonna need a bone here soon. Probably best to keep rushing. Or keep throwing instead of rushing. Yeah, the rushing animation has such a weird cooldown at the end. And it's not a one-hit kill for these guys. So yeah. The only thing I could think of rushing being useful for here is like maybe a multi-hit. Like that. Oh, I can hit B to cancel. No, I've had the ability to ride dog. Ugh, sorry, that was my first nighttime expedition. That was a little bit stressful. I'm impressed you defeated all those creatures. I wasn't even sure you'd survive the night. Here it comes. Pay attention, new blood. Splort. That is a condensed luminol extract. It's very high in degradative enzymes. I believe we should call it glow sap. It's a critical ingredient for the leafling cure. Gather it with care, new blood. Yeah, so the nighttime expeditions are new to this. I did know that. You get the ability to ride the dog fairly early on in the game. I want to say by the time you finish the tutorial, you can ride the dog. Look, the glow Pikmin have come to see you off. Do they want to follow you back to the rescue command post? Aww. My, what's this? Glow Pikmin turn into seeds? I need to study this up close. Please, bring some back with you. Does the dog only have 2 legs? Yes, he doesn't need more than that. He's a good boy. We don't question it. It's one of those goofy, like, design element things that, when you think about it too much, it's just like, oh, huh. T-Rex doggo. Is Oatchi a Kirby? I don't know. I don't have an ability that makes Oatchi eat things. We defeated all of them.
Ah.
What a fruitful harvest. From one glow sap, I can make exactly one cure. Sweet.
Pero.
So, how was your first venture out onto this planet at night? Terrifying.
Na.
Well, it has to be done if we're going to save our pilot. So hang in there.
Oh.
What a surprise, though. You met a whole new kind of Pikmin.
Ongeru.
Before you rescued me, I'd never seen a glow Pikmin myself. I can only assume the Pikmin took a liking to you, new blood.
Navel.
You two should get as much help from them as you can. You are helping them protect their luminals, after all. Though, I'm not so sure you've got this night expedition thing fully under control just yet.
Lulum.
Perhaps I'll go ahead and select the luminals for you to retrieve glow sap from until you are.
Hoy.
I'd like to remind you that you are not allowed to overwork my crew. What power does Kirby get if he eats beans? Probably he gets the vine whips that Beans has, and I mean Kirby can already fly, but he might get the ability to like helicopter his little footies. That's my guess. That's what I want to say. Yeah, Lynxie, I'm surprised you are still awake. But we can't always pick our sleep schedules. We can try. Doesn't always work. Right. Administer the cure at once.
Lurupe.
Yes, Captain. Does the things Kirby eat die? No. Kirby retains them inside his body. I don't know. In the Kirby games, he retains them inside his body until you take enough damage or you choose to spit them out. In Smash Brothers, he spits out his opponents right away, but still absorbs their powers. Professional spelunker, Dash. He's known for saying, "You can always find me in the pits." He'll take the leap into any cave, no matter how dangerous it is. Our work doesn't end here. It's our duty to care for and protect anyone we've rescued and hear what they have to say. Yeah, I understand completely. Like, if you go to bed at an even weirder hour, you could attempt to take a nap, but I know that that's also a risk. What do you have for me? I've created a new item. Well, I developed a prototype with the materials I had on hand. You'll have to come see for yourself. Cat snuggles prevent nap from being nap. Understandable. You can do more night missions now or continue during the day. Yeah, that's true. I want to protect dog. I think we have, yeah, we have 4 bones already. We'll do one more. One more bomb. I think I'm gonna do one more night mission.
Anorube.
Eager to go out on a night expedition, are you? I'm ready when you are.
Katubira.
Rugged scaffold. What's the max number of little guys you can have? It depends on how you upgrade your pup, because the pup has to be able to carry them all. I want to say that I'm at 30, maybe a little more. When you're in a cave, you can carry even more. I think I've had up to 60. Now, I'm hoping that the game will explain what the glow seeds do. They can die, and they do die regularly. Yeah, they die frequently. So there's something else I've figured out about the glow Pikmin. As you can see, glow Pikmin emit a very powerful light. You can use X to gather your glow Pikmin until they meld together and form one large glowing ball. Release them all at once and it creates a luminous and literally stunning effect, which I call a glow mob. One flash of that overpowering light and you will witness all kinds of creatures cowering under its dazzling glow. Stop calling me! Remember the glow seeds you picked up the other night? I took the liberty of putting them in your pack. Let me show you how to use them. First, select a glow seed from your pack. When you throw it, it will instantly create a glow Pikmin. Of course, they'll only work at night or in caves, so don't forget that. Alright, so if I feel like I'm low on troops... Look, they're collecting star bits. You kept all your seeds for the later missions that can get kind of rough. No, I don't think I have enough. Can you start fighting the enemies before night falls? I think they are a little candy in Japan. You see my little men are getting 8. Alright, we are... I wonder what they taste like. What, the star bits or the little men? That's right. There we go. I remembered. I couldn't do it while I was riding Oatchi. I know it's not over yet. I'm looking for more glow. Stop it! They are attacking the luminol, huh? I'm also concerned about Oatchi's hit points. Nope, I did the... How do I... What's the inventory button? Is it that I hold Y because I did that and it's X? Okay. Nope, that's not it. That's the charge. There we go. It is Y. I literally held Y and it keeps using the ultra spicy spray. Oatchi, get yourself a little scrummy bone. Good. There we go. Think we'll make it, but this one was a lot rougher. Lot rougher. I'm impressed you defeated all those creatures. Wow! Yeah, so the problem was I kept doing the wrong input. So I was attempting to, like, go into my inventory to grab a scrummy bone for Oatchi, and it did something else. Or I was attempting to tell the Pikmin to rush, and for some reason Oatchi charged in. And it's just like, do what I want you to do, please. Welcome in, Raiders. Hi, Zephyr. Welcome to another Pikmin stream. Now we can make the cure. Y'all need to work on your defense. Is that a new enemy? I don't think so. Yippee! It is a strong enemy, though. Thank you so much for the raid, Zephyr. Welcome on in. I will pause once I'm done with this day real quick. Once I know it has saved. Well, we did defeat all 6 creatures, so we still 100%ed it, even if it felt rougher. Felt like the difficulty definitely jumped up a little bit there. You have perished? What, because you didn't defeat the clump? He destroyed you? That's okay. It's alright, Lynxie. You have to drink your bean juice if you want to grow up big and strong. Looks like you're getting the hang of these night expeditions. I think you're ready. Next time you venture out, you can go wherever you would like to collect glow sap. The search for our pilot starts in earnest now, too. Rescue as many leaflings as you can. Let's cure them all. So, about that, let's stop and think for a hot minute here, okay? It's possible Bernard hasn't turned into a leafling yet. What do you mean? I've spent a lot of time thinking about it. Yes, that leafling with the dog was chasing me, and yes, that's when I realized Bernard had disappeared, but that's all. What I'm saying is I never actually saw him turn into a leafling or anything. Oh, interesting. Then, what should we... Look, at the very least, if we catch that leafling, then we might be able to get a lead on Bernard's whereabouts. I see. Okay. The search for that leafling is your top priority, Red. Happy that. Alright, that concludes this emergency meeting. Let's get to it. Alright, let's welcome our raiding party. Did you do the shoutouts, Dennis? I forget. Because we were trying to defeat the clump. I forget. Still playing Lunar 2? How are you enjoying it? Are you getting pretty close to finishing it, or is it a very long, dense kind of game? Well, welcome in, Raiders. If you don't know me, my name's Redria, full-time scientist, part-time streamer, currently between jobs, so you will be seeing a lot more streams right now. My hair has not always been purple. It got turned purple because we raised enough money for World Central Kitchen, and there's a lot more charity incentives coming up for the rest of the month. So if you have some money and if you are interested in supporting World Central Kitchen as they bring fresh meals to those who are impacted by the crisis in Hawaii. Here's where you can donate. And there are also some individual incentives as well. If you are new to the channel, I've got a little song and a video for you. As you can see, soup is a pretty big deal here. And most importantly, the ongoing debate of whether cereal is soup. I think it's not. I think soup is soup and cereal is cereal. I think they're two separate things. Anyway, hopefully that doesn't scare you off. I have a little video for you, so stick around. Keep going and growing. A raid is showing. Raiders welcome in. How was stream? What did you play? Hey. Thanks for dropping by. I understand if you can't stay. Hey, hey, hey. My name is Radria and I'm a part-time streamer, full-time scientist and full-time dreamer. Hope you're having an awesome time today. I'll lead the way. I play platformers, sandbox games, farming sims, can watch all three. I'm on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch TV. Like what you see, there's no need to wallow. Find me again, go on and click that follow. Please refresh your streams, and then you're free. Pronouns they, she. Welcome Zephyr Raiders. Welcome in. I'm a little sniffly. We got some allergies. They've been rough the past couple of days. But anyway, we are going to jump back into Pikmin for now. We have a lot of other charity collaborations going on the rest of the month. So if you are in our Discord, feel free to peep the schedule. I'm sure there's a game that's coming up that you are a fan of. It's a dense game. Struggled a little today because you forgot to save before a boss. Oh no. My heart goes out to you. That is truly the worst. And, well, the good news is that you're so good at it, you did it twice. Your skill level has improved dramatically. But I am still sorry that you had to go through that. That always does make a dense game a little bit denser. I want to say I had that happen once during Rune Factory as well, where I, like, forgot to save right before a boss and then had to redo the dungeon. They got better at usually giving you a save point before the boss, though. Classic traps of an RPG. Right, administer the cure at once. Yes, Captain. You're supposed to say copy that. General Contractor, Corgwin. When it comes to work, he's thorough, fast, reckless, and presumptuous, which also describes his plan to build houses here. Oh, you're gonna be Tom Nook, are you? Our work doesn't end here. It's our duty to care for and protect anyone we've rescued and hear what they have to say. Alright, I would like to do a daytime mission. Dandori battle. Hey, thanks for the sweet rescue. I'm a general contractor over at Moyama Construction. The name's Corgwin. Just like rescuing folks, construction's all about using your imagination and Dandori powers to get the job done. I was thinking, you and I could join forces and train for Dandori battles together. Let's get those imaginative juices flowing. Nah. Oh, all set for now? Well, see you later. I'm good. All systems are go. The SS Beagle is ready for takeoff. With him, you can redo the Dandoris you've already done to improve your scores. Okay, good to know. I kind of thought it was just like a practice mode, but I figured it would have to be based on something, like existing challenges. I saw somebody decided that they felt like they had to draw a nose on Oatchi. Like that he wasn't cute enough without a nose, and it's just like, no, you're wrong. He's so cute. Now, I think I have a Dandori battle coming up that I need 2 bombs to get to the area. I think. Because I bought 2 bombs, and I don't know if it would save the first. That's right. Little Men Retrieval Service. Climb aboard, little men. Thank you. Yeah, I kind of do too. It doesn't really make sense to me that they would just keep putting you back where you last left. Because, like, a lot of things may have changed. Do I need another one? It's looking like that's a yes. That means you needed 3 bombs, or did it reset? Alright. Yeah, they do. It was just, I was surprised it was so reinforced that I couldn't get in it even with the rock Pikmin. I thought for sure. Probably didn't need to come get them, but I'm just in a habit of collecting my men. Yeah, I really kind of wish that you could use that rush as a sprint. But it seems like Nintendo says, nah. Hey, there's another one. Come, it is Dandori time. That isn't the pilot. But there's still a castaway. I better go rescue him, rookie. My Pikmin cannot join me. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, this is a game that I was not expecting to fall in love with as much as I have. So again, thank you, Dennis, for making this playthrough possible. Assign Pikmin tasks they like. This is key to success. Do you like the one-to-ones better or the collect as much Dandori? I haven't decided yet, because I've only done... I think I've done about the same amount as each, and I like them both for different reasons. The last one-on-one battle that I had started adding in the, like, priority items, and I got really lucky with those, I'm not gonna lie. Like, my Pikmin were carrying something back, and it became the priority item, so I really lucked out there. I'm not sure, I have a feeling it's gonna go the other direction at some point. Now, show me how you battle. So I need to assign them tasks that they like. Sorry, Oatchi. We will pluck these out while the other ones are carrying things. Dandori champion. For real. Oh, we need the rocks for this. Ooh, some spicy. Come on, I stood there. Get over here. Alright, take a sip, everyone. Where are the rock men? Here they are. Alright. No, wait. Can they do that? Yes. Nope, nope. You really want me to use items, huh? Good. Didn't lose any of them. I actually got more rock Pikmin from somewhere. I need yellow ones. No. I do this. Tomato. Pile of nuggets is transported. Wait, is the color thing a thing? Is the color thing actually a thing? Or am I making that up? Like, do the red ones like to carry red stuff? It's not a thing? I was hoping so much! Like, the whole flavor text for this, like, little challenge was to make sure the Pikmin do tasks that they like to do. Man, I really thought... Come on, go faster! I thought they were gonna go so much faster than that. Alright, well, we have lost some little men. Very tragically. I see. Okay. Where'd Oatchi go? I left him at the gate. Should have went out that way. Wait, now that I click the button to use spray, it doesn't work? Are you kidding me? I know I have one. Oh well. Every single time with that stupid spray. I did win regardless. I'm happy with that. There were a couple of mistakes that I caught myself making. Like, running around without Oatchi. I should have gone and got him immediately. You can adjust the shortcuts. I should do that. So incredible. I feel dizzy. You did it. Come on, let's get the castaway out of here. I forgot to say this after the raid, but if you guys have to lurk, if you have to head out, I understand completely. I hope that you enjoyed your stay, enjoyed some Pikmin. And there's a couple of Pikmin sound alerts. With all that leaf growth, there's no way to tell who this is. But it doesn't matter. It's our job to rescue them. We don't want them finding their way back inside that cave. Let's keep the lid closed as a precaution. Take care, Zephyr. I gotta figure out how to get up over there. I do not know how. Map. All the way around. If I even can. Actually. Sorry, little men. Yeah, I feel like a mini-map could make a pretty big difference. Oop! Pikmin 3 on the Wii U was nice because it had the gamepad as a map, and you could send captains places from there. I see. Error. At least this one isn't just the standard purple. Oh, excavation's complete. Let's see if we can... Yum. Absorb garlic. Do it. Is something wrong? It sucked up the onion, but nothing's happening. Looking at the life signs inside the onion, there are 20 more Pikmin than before. As long as we already have an onion of the same color, the new one just gets turned into nutrients. Yippee! I was wrong, Lynxie. I can carry 50 little men outside right now because I have powered up my pup. We will leave them to it. Trying to remember if this is a new cave over here. Looks like yes. No, I've been there. Okay, I couldn't remember if, like, the hatch being up was good or bad. Ooh, and the electric gate is down. Alright, so it's just sap. Trying to see who needs to take a sip. I know, they're not all thirsty. Here's a new one. My men will come with me automatically once they're done. They're done. In the natural world, there are many examples of strategic mimicry. One lulls their prey into perceived safety. But I never thought I would witness it firsthand. I now know danger can lurk in even the jiggliest of places. That sap was not suspicious at all. Hi, Cookie. Welcome in. We are continuing our Pikmin playthrough. Yep. Oops, I missed. Like a raw egg. Can I offer you an egg? Thank you very much, Pikmin 300, for being a new sprout. That is perfect. You'll have to keep watering your plants if you want to become a bud or a flower. Hi, Oatchi. You're talented. I'm nervous about these. Okay, I'm fine. This level name has me nervous about everything I see in the wild. I don't trust anything! Ah! Oh, come on. I thought I had that. There we go. Oh, they're having trouble, huh? That's right. I need Oatchi. Get out of the water. Get out of the water. Freeze the water? I could freeze the water. Stop. I was gonna have just the water guys. Will y'all stop trying to pick up the thing? I was just gonna send the 5 water guys and Oatchi. Because they should be able to cross, right? Nope. Interesting. Then I will try freezing the water. Yeah, it's always a jackpot. There we go. $7K, baby! You two are naturals at this exploration stuff. You've collected so much energy, I think we can fully restore the SS Shepherd. We're amazing. You could skip a stage now. Alright. Oops! Oatchi, you're so strong. We got you. Got you. I think we lost a little man who drowned trying to fight a tadpole. Oh, you're right here. Gang's all here. I still, like, don't trust anything. It's very suspicious. I don't know what to tell you. It's very suspicious. I don't trust it. The only thing that's happened so far is a bunch of falling leaf bugs. Yeah, and an enemy popped out of the one egg. Oh no, not the bushes that have bugs in them. Huh? There must be a castaway nearby. Okay, it was fine. Grab it. Oh, well, okay. That works. Ah. A zap bug? Wow. Alright, so the water Pikmin are not good against the electric bug, as it turns out. We will rewind. Because we're not that far back. I didn't actually know that they would do that. They probably know that there's a puzzle here that intends you to have blue Pikmin. That's where the sus comes in. Yeah, no, it was just the unfortunate aspect of I had out my blue Pikmin to get the bell. And I think that enemy is going to insta-kill blue Pikmin. Alright. Stop. Stop. There we go. It's just like fire. Does that insta-kill the ice? I figure it probably does. Oh, so what happened was they went into a shocked state after the electric attack. You can call for them. Okay, I didn't see that they got, shocked, is what happened. I saw that it was a yellow spider, so I started throwing, my yellow Pikmin at it. I didn't realize that all of my blue ones were already out. Okay, nope, they don't like those. They don't like the water spout. Will the blue one get rid of the water spout? Yes. Water spout's gone. Oops. Alright, we got it this time. Much better. Ah! Alright. Sorry about that, Oatchi. Their water spout. Okay, let's see that ID badge. Huddle. A stylist with clients all over the universe. Just say the word and he'll unleash his fashionable skills at lightning speed. What is a stylist doing here of all places? He must have had a reason for coming to this planet. Curious. Well, we'll find that out after you get him back here. I didn't mean to throw a yellow. Okay. It's a climbing rope, I think. It's a something or another. That's a puzzle I've never seen before. $53 out of 65. 10 are in the ice here. Am I missing 2? Or did they perish? I still have treasure here. I saw that kiwi. Aw, man, I fell. Get him. Welcome home, Fudge. I hope you had a good shift, Fudge. 7! 7 bits. Treasure's off. And we'll grab my other Pikmin. We're doing some spelunking. And not playing Spelunky. Because who boy. It's easy to return to a sub-level. That's sparking. I see an onion, and I also see something in that flower pot. Dang it. I'm so suspicious about the sap. I don't trust it. Gather up, babes. All right, here you are. Really? Come this way. You're really stuck in there, huh, little buddy? There you go. Sorry, Oatchi. I don't mean to disturb you. Welcome back, Dennis. You missed a handful of jump scares. Just a handful. And we're trying to keep all of our little men in one place. More spiders? Yes. Yes, my squad has increased. I am very powerful. Take a sip, babes. That will never stop being funny to me, I'm sorry. I think this is the last thing on the level. I think. Ooh, spring crop series. And yes. Last thing on the sub-level. I spent entirely too much time trying to gather up some Pikmin that were, like, clipped in between some flower pots. I didn't need to do that. I have been doing so much art in the background. Yesterday I got to pull out some perler beads. Those, like, ironable fusion beads. So I made some Dave the Diver inspired little things that might turn into magnets, they might turn into coasters. I'm not fully decided yet. They're kind of rectangular for coasters, but they're cute. And then Moonstone Island is going to be releasing on the 20th, so I'm probably going to pull out my perler beads and do a little bit of Moonstone Island perler bead art. And I'll probably do that on stream because it'll be fun. The only thing I won't do, I don't think, is iron them, because I don't have a good setup here for that. Castaway nearby. Well, I can't do anything. Are there a million farming sims coming out at the moment? There is a problem right now with an oversaturation of those games in the market. That's my opinion. I feel like people saw how well Stardew Valley was starting to do, and some of the other games started to pick up as well. Okay, this is the sap I don't trust. I don't trust it. I do not trust it. Look at that gate. I don't trust it. Come out. Well, that didn't work. Yeah, Oatchi's been hurt. Can I not do anything about Oatchi? Perfect. I thought it was perhaps over. Perfect. That does seem to be the move then. It's so close, I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish it though. Ah, I got Oatchi again. Got him! How many did I lose? Is my ultimate question. Dennis says, that's one way to do it. Huh, I'll take it. I saw that you were able to grab its tail, and I think that would have worked, but it had absorbed enough of my ice Pikmin that it froze it, so. I'll take it. Mika, a new teacher at Alayon Academy who's putting her liberal arts degree to good use as advisor to the Planetary Science Club. A school teacher? Did she come here as part of an educational field trip? Oh, but then that means other teachers and students from the school could be stranded here too. Oh, we better get the whole story from her as soon as we can. That's 2, castaways. I think that was everything that was up there, but I could loop around again. Nope, that's everything. Everything except the exit. I was not expecting Oatchi to get trapped immediately, so that kind of made things scary because I didn't know how to get him out. I was able to start getting the Pikmin out a little bit. Oatchi is super OP. Oatchi is a good boy. Blonde imposter? The names are very cute. We lost no men. We lost 0 men. Hi Chibis, welcome in. Welcome to Pikmin. That is maximum star bits, my friends. Maximum bits. We'll do a handful of shoutouts here. Oh, I must have missed a Splatoon stream. Splatoon is one of those games that, because it's Nintendo, I've always felt an urge to give it a try, but I have just never gotten into it. And at this point, I'm scared. Do a shout out for Cookie, who has been back to streaming a little bit, doing a lot of traditional art. Hi, Shay. We can take out 10 more Pikmin now. This should speed up our search. 60 men! We got so many men! Truly, a plethora of men. What does this icon mean? That's a cave we haven't been to, I think. Oh, it's a waypoint I placed. Oops. I like that you can plot a course using the mini-map. It's very nice. How's your day going, Shay? I hope it's well. We haven't been in there yet? I feel like I do this every single time. Where I'm just like, wait, I actually haven't been in here yet? Sightless passage. A cave of utter darkness into which almost no light filters. I explored for a bit, relying on the glowing mushrooms to guide the way, but I turned back to avoid unnecessary risk. I wish I had a better headlamp at my disposal. I'm starting to regret this bargain buy. Love the characters in Splatoon so much. Been there day one seeing the characters and their stories. There's a headlamp upgrade, not sure if you have it. I don't know if I do. Presumably it's not really worth doing without it, though. Presumably. I'm gonna guess, though, that this passage leads me over here, where I can get the treasure. No, Shay, I'm so sorry. Woke up with a toothache and now a headache. That is the worst. And then I can unlock the shortcut. What does this symbol mean? Oh, that's the sprinkler that I had to turn off. I think that passage is my last bit that I need to do. Let's give it a try. And if it's miserable, we will leave. Thank you for the hydrate. I left my water jug downstairs, so I'll be right back. Because we hydrate or we dehydrate. I mean it. Welcome back. It's me. That's what Shay says. Shay says it's me because they are working the counter. Go ahead and team up against the boomer. So, the one thing I haven't talked about in a little bit is my Ko-fi. I have added membership tiers, and sometime this week I'm planning on making the first set of physical merchandise. The membership tier is, it's a physical tier. It is for goodies based on baddies. And for the month of September, the baddie is the Octo Guy from Super Mario Galaxy. There are 4 stickers and a postcard. Looks like I have this upgrade. Hi, Biscuit. Enjoy your work, Lurk. Oh my gosh, is this one of the Game Boy Micros? We'll pluck some little men. I'm not ready to part ways with Oatchi yet. I am waiting to get jump scared by the stupid bugs, though. Oh. I can't fight them, can I? I thought I could fight them. So I was like, aha, your jump scare failed. Nope. Ah. I didn't realize he was gonna kill them post-mortem. That hurts. Let's... It was a lot of them. Like, I knew he would fall over, but because he was out of health, I thought he wouldn't do it.
Eddie.
Shay asked what I would rate this game. I don't have much Pikmin experience, so it's kind of hard to... Oh wait, it rewound time, but it like kept a lot of my progress. That's interesting. I don't have a good place to compare this to because I've never played a Pikmin game before. As a standalone thing, probably a 9 out of 10. I'm bad at rating games. Okay. Saved him that time. I think there are amounts of this that can get frustrating. Like, there are some aspects that are not super straightforward. For instance, last time I kept having to rewind a little mini-boss battle because I couldn't tell that, like, oh, when you keep throwing the Pikmin at this creature's butt, specifically, they can't attack, so he's just gonna squish them all. And, like, the same thing with the bird, like, oh, you can't throw the Pikmin at this part of the bird, and you kind of learn by failing. And that's not always my favorite way to experience a game, because it's not fun to play a game and feel like you're bad at it, but I think Pikmin does a lot of other things well enough, and with the addition of the rewind function to let you try again, like, you're expected to lose some men. It is expected and anticipated that you will lose some Pikmin along the way. You like when games do that. You have to learn a strategy that works. I like when games explain that to you. This one, in my opinion, did not explain that to you. Like, they would just the crew would just kind of yell at you like, oh no, you lost another Pikmin, but they weren't explaining what I was doing wrong. Dennis was explaining what I was doing wrong, which I appreciate. Pikmin looks like such a nice series. Couldn't get into it from the death feature, you just feel too bad. Yeah. Yeah, in this one you can rewind time if they die, and the game actually tells you to rewind if you've lost too many. And, like, I understand, and I don't mind a certain amount of, like, oh, I'm learning things. There we go. Like, here, I remember that the yellow ones are good against electric things. So I'm intentionally not throwing my other ones so that they can finish it. Wait. Move base. I don't know if I had any idle men at my other... Did. Look at you hiding! And, like, I feel like it's always going to be a double-edged sword, isn't it? Because a lot of people complained that this game, as a part of the franchise, was too easy compared to some of the other games. I just think it's a nature of, some games you are expected to keep pressing the reset button or reloading a save, and some games just, like, ask you more directly, like, would you like to try again? Or something like that. Does that make sense? It does have a learning curve, and I don't think it's a bad learning curve. It is just a recognizable learning curve. You complained about that too, but they make up for it in the post-game. There were challenges I had to try multiple times. Yeah, like, it does... What are you doing? What are you doing, little man? Are you digging? Dig-a-dig, dig-a-dig. Treo, treo, treo. Dig-a-dig, dig-a-dig. Treo, treo, treo. It's a thermometer. Yeah, like, to me, it was frustrating while I was in the process of getting my ass kicked by the bosses, and the game didn't do a thing to explain, like, oh, you can't target that enemy there. Ugh. Allergies, I'm telling you. Dankeschön. Like, these hazards you learn pretty quickly, right? It's hard to identify whether it's water, fire or electricity until you get close enough to it. Oops. Oh, wait. They're already in the middle of trying to grab stuff. I don't think I want to move. Because, like, half of them are already running back to get XYZ. Oops. Let's see, another ID to check. Sai. This environmental ecologist joined the team to research Pikmin ecology and decipher their mysterious relationship to whistles. The endless burden of the academic, never satisfied unless they see with their own eyes and touch with their own hands. You love two-letter names? It's very unique. That is back to the surface. Hold on, Oatchi. If you're the only one doing a thing, hold on. This is the final sub-level, yes. Which I think is gonna get me the last 25%, but I could be wrong. Let's see if this does it. Looks like it. There we go. Let's go. Surprised there's no boss. Yeah, I am too. I don't think I missed it, unless you're telling me I missed it. Hi Fiona, welcome in. Star bits, star bits. Y'all, we are at 77% bits. Make sure you collect your daily star bits if you have not. Heck yeah! I'm gonna do a shout out for Fiona because Fiona is one of our September collaborators. She streamed the Palia Potluck with us, and she's also going to participate in the Played Up collab and the Valheim collab. And we're super happy to have her. Super happy to have everyone who's helping out, honestly. Last year, I did September mostly by myself, and I was fine with that, but this year, I kind of wanted to see if we could branch out a little bit more. We did the Animal Crossing collab last year as well, and I think last year we just made a ton of soup. This year we're gonna do a soup cooking contest. It's gonna be great. We explored 100% of the cave. Who are you? At least push the bag down. You're right. Stop. Yeah, because I don't know if they'll make it. Am I out of the spicy spray? I think I am. There's another treasure up there too. Alright. Well. Wait, how long does it take me to move my base? 0 seconds to move my base. Okay. Okay, we're good. You've never played Plate Up with other people yet. I'm gonna have to explore a little bit with Plate Up to see whether there's a mod to allow you to play with more than just 4 players. Because I think we have 6 at the moment. 5 different content creators plus my mom would be willing to join in. Well, the good news, Dennis, is we got the bag down for the shortcut. Sweet. We've got enough energy stored up that we should have no problem starting the SS Shepherd's engines. Make sure the ignition is functioning properly. Yippee! Now we can take off at any time. If we could only find our pilot. Until then, the SS Shepherd remains grounded. You're grounded. 4 castaways. What a day. The little object series are kind of cute. It was interesting seeing the, micromanagement station. Oh, I love it. 98%. It's just those treasures, isn't it? No, halt! Come no closer! Captain, what is it? What's wrong? They're here! On the SS Shepherd, Pikmin! So many Pikmin! At this rate, we'll be crushed! Captain? I'm not seeing any Pikmin. Oh my, thank goodness. It was just a nightmare. I mean, it was a dream. I was giving the Pikmin orders. And I wasn't afraid at all, not one bit. Of course, I totally believe you, boss. Such cute little dialogue interactions that really... I think Shay was talking about this with Fae Farm, how the dialogue felt a bit lacking. Like, Pikmin is the other end of the spectrum where, like, there's a lot of dialogue, but I feel like it gives everyone their own personality so very well. Once again, the rescue command post was starting to feel a bit cramped, so we've expanded into a new area. Colin and all the castaways joined forces and worked hard to make this happen. Here's some raw material that we dug up while clearing the new space. I'm sure you'll find use for it. I heard they nerfed the jam focus amount in Palia. I've created a new item. Well, I developed a prototype with the materials I had on hand. You'll have to come see for yourself. I mean, to be fair though, like, I ate a jam the other day and I didn't even have enough focus maxed out. Like, it gave me more focus than I had. It was like a full restore. And I had seen somebody literally sold an entire shipping bin filled with quality apple jam, and it's just like, how do you people have that much time? I don't know. I've been like back and forth. I try to play at least once a day to keep the gifting up. Trackinator. And a mine. It's a bomb that explodes when it detects motion from living things. Plus, it's kinda sticky. Try attaching one to a creature. Yeah, I remembered that now. This bomb can automatically track and chase its target. Perfect for use on particularly fast creatures. Use the electrifying power of science to electrocute all creatures in the area. Or for use in a pinch, but watch the timing. But yes, Fiona, you had been asking some questions about the Valheim collab. The plan for that collaboration is to start using our characters with their existing gear and speedrun making all of the soups in the game, including, against my preferences, something that is called a porridge. I don't think it's a soup, but I think we have to make it for Souptember. We're just gonna finish this off and then be done with the day. Dennis, is that something that you ended up doing a couple times? Is just like, needing to go back for like one thing and finishing your day super early? I might try to collect some pellets because I haven't really been doing that. I haven't needed to, but it's not a bad idea. You're too proud to do that, so if possible, you would rewind time until you were able to grab every last thing. I don't think I could have done it last time without losing some men. But I'm okay with this. If it had just been this, then maybe. But you said there's another item. Remind me of which cave has the rock Pikmin. It's a good question. It's a good question. Just because I feel like I could use some more, and if I am spending my day doing this, I may as well be effective with it. Oops. Sorry. There we go. Kingdom of Beasts. I will look around and find that one. You can check the names on your map. Excellent. Oatchi, I love you. You can't not love that dandelion butt. It's not possible. It's so cute. Oh. Oh. How do I get up there? It didn't seem like... It didn't seem like it was doing anything to, ram into the wall. Where are my two missing yellow men? SMH. That was the answer. Aww. Music box. It's so pretty. Alright. Kingdom of Beasts. Can you check the names again? Oh, Sightless Passage. Crafty Gallery. Courtyard. Kingdom of Beasts. Oh, I don't have 100%. Something is missing still. Is it over here before? One's done. I think all the caves are done. I'll sniff out for treasure then. Actually, we can stop what we're doing for now and do the kingdom thing at the end. So this is one of those hidden treasures. Here's your harmonica. Very interesting indeed. At least I don't think I had seen that on the minimap. Excuse me. Treasure gauge is still on. There's more. Well, we'll go do this real quick. Because I only have 11 rock Pikmin. I'd like to get some more. Yeah, you might need to drink some bean juice before you can get this guy. I don't feel like I've seen any Pikmin here. Are there no wild men in here? Wild red. You're out of beans, Dennis. Womp womp. Everything. I didn't see anywhere to get more rock Pikmin. They could only appear on certain sublevels. Close, Shay. Pretty close. Here are the rock Pikmin. Five new men. Got him. Your beans are low. Well, you gotta do something about that. Can't run low on beans. Well done, everyone. Also, what a nice number of Pikmin. Out here trying to order the whole menu. Alright, so we got some more rock Pikmin. We are looking now. I think that might be everything on this level. Is there a way to leave a cave immediately, or do you have to progress through the entire cave? I find it funny that I was at 98% level complete, and there's more than the 3 items I've already found. Try the menu. I will. Because I don't particularly feel like doing another boss. Turn to surface. Defensive, Mom. I think my defense is my highest stat right now. Yeah. My speed is getting there. Your stats are pretty well balanced, Shay. Dennis out here with a speed of 20. Now you're just showing off, Sonic. You gotta go fast. Alright, hopefully I still have some time left in my day. I only went through 2 of the floors. Yeah, we still got time. Let's see, what are we going to find? It's still over here, huh? Something up there? No, they're not doing anything. 'Cause I can't get up there. Oh, is it here? I didn't even see this. It's probably here. Trying to figure out if it's any faster to go move the, whatchamacallit. I don't know that I think it is. No, that wasn't it. Wasn't it? Yeah, I'm not sure how to get over here. Not it. It must be on top, but how do I get up there is my question. Throw the Pikmin on the elevated thing? On this? Oh, I see. I don't love that. I don't love not knowing the mechanics of where the Pikmin, like, can and can't go. Because, like, I tried over here, right? And it did nothing. And then the treasure gauge is still on, but it could be on because we are, delivering the treasure. Do the whole song! Treasure gauge is off. There we go, baby! Oops. Actually. end the day. Oh. On the Lilas. Where's my Pikmin? Why are you over here? What are you doing over here, little buddy? Silly. Can you imagine someone speedrunning and being like, nope, that Pikmin is dead to me? I don't even want to think about it. Don't even want to think about it, Dennis. Don't want to think about abandoning that one little Pikmin. Mm-mm. You would never. Never. Trying to relearn Valheim on top of having to master keyboard and mouse. Yeah, I've only ever played Valheim keyboard and mouse. The idea of doing it with a controller sounds scary to me, but I also understand, like, it's really the idea of switching from what you know. Oh, I should do some training with Oatchi. Wind detector? Yeah, I anticipate that Valheim is going to be very silly and very goofy. Captain Olimar is from Hockatate, isn't he? I hear that planet's quite well known for its vegetables. Apparently, they're indescribably delicious. It's always been a dream of mine to one day eat a genuine Hockatate golden pick carrot. The Switch controller has been, ducked on the game and they haven't fixed it. Oh no! I figure you don't mean ducked, but thank you. I didn't know that, like, I knew they were coming out with some updates, but I didn't realize they would break controller compatibility. That's a pretty huge deal. Ah, yes, golden pick carrots. Just talking about them brings me back to Mother's kitchen and her amazing cooking. She'd blend them up in a mixer until they were liquefied. Nutritious, delicious, and extremely efficient for consumption. She took all those beautiful, expensive carrots and made juice? Does that even count as cooking? You figured you would reduce F-bombs. You know, I appreciate that. It's a good ducking idea. At first I thought you meant docking, and I was like, that I don't know if that's what she means. Alright. A new invention again. I just love how science and technology make the impossible possible. Let's get started. Air armor. Oh wait, now I didn't even know I had the ability to punch things. I want to punch things. I want those next. Punch! Falcon! Punch! Hey, there you are. Aren't you supposed to be out collecting glow sap? Let's do it. These areas have been approved for night expeditions. Ooh, it's even worse. I mean, we still 100% completed the last two. So it is harder. We'll see how much harder. Really, I think it's going to come down to training myself to stop using Rush. There's 3 per level, so this is the last for the first level. Okay, that's good to know. If this one kicks my butt, I could do the earlier ones on the second level. Presuming they're less dangerous. I'm being very presumptuous. So I'm super excited for the lineup that we have this week. Tomorrow we're going to do, I'll start a little earlier because we have a good amount of art to work on. I think we're going to be finishing the Nintendo Color Wheel. Come in. Can you hear me, Red? A while back, I taught Oatchi a particular skill used for operations that involve protecting a client. Oh. Select the luminal you want Oatchi to protect, and then give him the command. Oatchi will patrol near the luminal and bite any creatures that come close. This is perfect! During a night expedition, if he gets separated from your squad, he'll go to that spot and patrol it for you. Work with him to protect the luminal. Perfect. Perfect? I don't know if I understand the whole bit about if he gets separated from you. Go to the anthill thing there. Do what? What is it? Is that a faster way for me to make more glow Pikmin? Ah, glow pellets can be carried here, too. From the looks of it, this could be a juvenile form of a luminal. If that's the case, then it's possible this could be connected to the luminal below ground. Maybe it could serve as an interim drop point when transporting glow pellets from far away. Additionally, it seems like it could act as a decoy for the creatures to help keep the luminal safe. It's small, but it shines quite brightly. Why don't we call it a tricknol? Good thinking. Try using it as a decoy and interim drop point, so I want to light more of them up, if I can. Is that what they meant by get rid of the source? I'm certainly getting more and more glow Pikmin. They're moving a lot slower this time. The enemies. I see a bigger one now. They broke the trick knoll. Okay. I basically got warning. Good boy. Well done. Took a little hit there. To be expected. So that's not all of the enemies then. This is the first time I haven't defeated all the enemies, but I did still survive the night. Very big level. Sekhmet, hello.
Now.
The last mission's always a bigger one. Okay. Excellent. Y'all are so close to the donuts being made. Grandma Shark doo 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 doo.
Oi.
Now we can make the cure. Sekhmet is also helping out by doing some streams for September. Let me drop a shout out. Sekhmet will be participating in the Valheim and the Minecraft collabs, I believe, as well as helping me co-host the Animal Crossing Master Chef. Boom! Hello! You know, they can't all be winners. You were summoning Maddie for Starbits. You also summoned Bill. Bill, you want to try to roll some Starbits? Roll them Starbits, Bill. And thank you. I really like this top. It was built incorrectly. Like, the collar literally got sewed on twisted. And I love it so much I don't care. Well, Bill, you were pretty close. You might want to summon Bill the Borg. Welcome in, Boom. Boom, you're doing your best. We'll do a shout out for Boom as well. We were talking about some of the upcoming September collabs, and then we will also do a shout out for Shay. Shay is going to be joining us in the Animal Crossing Master Chef Challenge. We are trying so hard to get this last 50 star bits. I love it. I have unfortunately already done my star bits. I better do some training with Oatchi. There we go, Bill the Borg to the rescue. Oh, wow. Alright, I will go make the donuts real quick. We're trying so hard for them donuts. Donuts at the big donut. Sometimes you need to send a bot to do a bot's work. Well, enjoy your donuts. They don't do anything yet. That is in the works. I mean, you get to see the donut on screen when you eat it. What? How? What do you mean? They make the world go round. Well, when a glow Pikmin meets its demise, it turns into photons and returns to the luminol. Or so it seems. Are they really Pikmin, then? You can have the virtual donuts, Bill. I know it's not the same. I'm so sorry. But yes, we're talking about all of our upcoming September collabs that we are doing. See, look, you get to have the virtual donut. There it is. This month, we are raising money for World Central Kitchen. They are using that money to bring fresh, warm meals to people impacted by the crises in Hawaii right now. You need to eat more treats. You sure do. Alright, administer the cure at once. Yes, Captain. Dennis, I'm curious because you've played this before. Do my character voices fit what you expected? Space Explorer, Jin. That's my Pikmin dog! I don't know you! He's always in search of the next uncharted planet to explore, as well as someone who wants to hear tales of his past adventures. They don't, but you love that. Okay, good. Our work doesn't end here. It's our duty to care for and protect anyone we've rescued and hear what they have to say. Hi, Nat. You missed it. We were having a Starbit party earlier. What do you want, Jin? Dandori battle. Dandori challenge. Rescue Corps. Is there someone who needs rescuing? I don't recall seeing anything. I'm what? Oh, I'm a castaway? Huh. I was so busy looking around at the flora here, I had no idea. You were the one who saved me. Thank you. I will never forget your kindness. My name is Jin. I'm an adventurer wandering the universe in search of uncharted lands. Adventurers never skip their training. You can do most anything, as long as you rely on your physical self. Which brings me to another important aspect of Dandori Challenge training. Meditation. Why don't you give it a try? No thanks. Presumably one is for the versus battle and one is for the timed battles that you can just practice them. We're going to the new area now. All systems are go. The SS Beagle is ready for takeoff. Which area would you like to explore? Serene Shores. You like the next area a lot. Ooh. We have been trying to 100% this game as I go through it. I'm probably not going to commit to a 100% in the end game. I have heard it gets extremely challenging. And I'm a Pikmin newbie. Nat, do you like Pikmin? You said Oatchi was your dog. Also, Nat is another one of our September collab streamers. So make sure to check her out. She will be participating in the Animal Crossing MasterChef. I forget if you are participating in anything else. 100% areas are perfectly doable. Actual 100% would mean platinum in all the Dandoris. Yeah, I'm not doing that. There's a funny meme video about Oatchi. I'm not surprised. You haven't played any of the games either, but you've been watching me and the boyfriend play Pikmin 4, and you kind of love it. It's imperative to get the lay of the land. I always forget I have the survey drone. Buppy. What you doing, Buppy? You're following me into the water? Brave. Are you slurping up the water? There we go. And yes, as you may have seen, Bill and anyone else who just wandered into chat, we have purple hair, which is a benefit of our charity initiatives this month. You sent it in Discord. I will have to check it out then. I feel like this color, it suits me well. And I have a question for you. Do you think it would be funnier to ask the streamer to dye their hair a color that they don't like as a charity incentive? It's that leafling again. And the figure lying down over there might just be our pilot. Alright. This is no joke. That could be turned into a leafling. I think that's better, but also, if you're not comfortable with it, you know. You think it's a good incentive to give options of colors that the streamer likes. The reason that I went with purple this time around is because I had the viral color deposit shampoo, so I don't have to drop $150 to go to a salon right now. Yeah, like, if I could do it at home, I would probably give a lot more options, but right now, doing it at home leaves me with purple. We gotta save him. Alright, this is my third 1v1. Ooh, the Dandori level. They're turning up the heat. Oh, I didn't know yellow Pikmin were good at diggers. Or, sorry, good at digging. I have been waiting for you. I now have a new rule that I will use to test you. I will explain it in time. Let us begin. Wait. I'm not used to seeing what he's doing on the side there. This is a mystery capsule. Well done, Bill! As you now know, Dandori is part luck. This is an item of mystery, so you cannot know what will emerge from its depths. I missed a message. Bill says that's kind of always the question. Watching a streamer go out of their way or be very slightly uncomfortable with something can be fun, but genuine discomfort isn't fun to watch for me. Like, make the streamer eat something terrible isn't much fun to me. Yeah, I don't think I could ever bring myself to do, like, the one-chip challenge. No shade to anyone who has done it. I will do stuff like sour candies, because sour, like, it makes your face pucker, and it's funny. I don't hate sour, but I don't like it that much. But, like, yeah, I don't think I could ever do the... They're calling it a snickle. You sandwich a pickle in between two Snickers bars, and you eat it. There's also the Pepsi milk, and it's just like, yeah, I don't think I can do that either. If you use these items, your Dandori will succeed. There are degrees to it, for sure. Now I have to focus. Nope. Dang it. Oops, I missed. Golden sniffer. It is heavy and its value is high. A rare treasure indeed. I kind of am struggling a little bit with the idea of, like... Tragic. So many little men. I don't know where the sniffer is. Bonus finds, I recognize the one enemy, but not the other. Oh, they were just asleep. What idea are you struggling with? I feel like I'm just overwhelmed at the moment. I'm not doing poorly, but I am just overwhelmed. I don't know where the golden pear is. Here it is. How many do I need? I was literally right here trying to go after it, you jerk. Oh, I can't not ride Oatchi. There we go. Can I get the speed spray? No, but I don't know what that is. I think I'll get it in the last seconds. The last second! Alright, sorry, let me scroll up. Enjoy your lurk segment. Sour can be fun. I have a more garlic redeem during cooking streams. One time accidentally left it on when you were making something that garlic wouldn't work for, so you ate a whole clove. Brutal, but funny. You know what? Yeah. I think I was just kind of feeling overwhelmed there. I don't like the split screen. I think this is is this the first battle that has been split screen and showed me what my opponent was doing? Because I don't need that. I can't concentrate like that. I still won. They're all split screen. Okay, I don't know why I was struggling with it a lot more this time. Again, you have shown mastery in the art of Dandori. Leave the rest to you. I would have won even without the pear. Great cooking tip for garlic lovers. If you want a lot of garlic but don't want the astringency, chopping it in the presence of acids causes the astringent compound to not form. Interesting. Interesting. Off they go again. Thankfully, we recovered the castaway safe and sound. Impressive victory. I'm chilly. Hot pepper tuna. There's nothing wrong with pre-minced garlic. Like, people will say fresh is better. I don't know if I always notice the difference, but what I do know is I had a coworker a couple years ago who grew his own garlic, and that was leaps and bounds different. Transport the castaway to the SS Beagle ASAP. Inky, are you awake from your nap? Oh, there's the treasure. Listen to him! He's a baby, and he knows it. And he's here to demand your love and attention. He is the baby. The babiest of baby. I'm checking the ID info. At this point, it's just part of my routine. Error. Nothing, just like the others. Alright, let's put our energy into finding and curing these folks. He's giving me kisses off screen. Get him! Welcome in, Raiders! Hi, Con! Welcome, welcome. Konnichiwa. That is, again, a very cute raid message, and I am here for it. Let me escort my little men, and then we will welcome the Raiders with our usual excitement. Escorting little men. Escorting little men. Captions, that's not what I said, but thank you for that. Thank you so much for that. I know Con was doing, yep, Power Wash Simulator. It was a lot of fun to watch. Where are the rest of my men? Oh, they're back here. Okay. Okay, my men are safe. They're safe. We also have my cat here. So you get to see Inky. If you are a follower of the channel, you get access to the Inky emote. So you can enjoy everyone's favorite pastime, which is spamming the Inky emote when he arrives. The Inky emote, as we call it. Say hi, little baby. He's here of his own accord, by the way. Thank you for the follow, Morionette. So if you are new to the channel, my name's Redria. I am a full-time scientist, part-time streamer. I am currently in between jobs, so you will see a lot more streams than usual for the next month or so. I play a lot of farming sims, sandbox games, and platformers, and there is just a ton of charity work that we do on the channel, so I'll talk about that later. Thank you so much for the raid, Con. I have a little song and introductory video to play. Thank you for the follow, Scry Pumpkins. So stick around, I think you're gonna like this. Thank you, Dennis. I did add a handful of things to my throne wish list recently. Keep going and growing. A raid is showing. Raiders welcome in. How was stream? What did you play? Hey. Thanks for dropping by. I understand if you can't stay.
Hey, my name is Redria and I'm a part-time streamer, full-time scientist and full-time dreamer. Hope you're having an awesome time today. I'll lead the way. I play platformer, sandbox games, farming sims, come watch all three. I'm on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch TV. Like what you see, there's no need to wallow. Find me again, go on and click that follow. Please refresh your streams, and then you're free. Pronouns they, she. Welcome, Con and Raiders.
Welcome in. Inky wanted to walk all over me during the raid song. You know, normal cat behavior. So anyway, this month we are raising money for World Central Kitchen. We are helping out to fundraise to provide warm, fresh meals to the people who are impacted by the ongoing crises in Hawaii. We have currently raised $105 because we also have t-shirt sales that are each t-shirt sale counts as a $10 donation. It just gets added in separately from the Tiltify. So we have a lot of fun things happening. My hair is purple now because that was a charity incentive. There are a lot of like individual rewards that you can get. And I'm very excited for a month filled with silly soup shenanigans and more collabs. But thank you so much for the raid, Con. To anyone who came over with the raid, if you have to lurk, if you've got to head out, I understand completely. But I hope you enjoy your stay here on the channel and you enjoy some chill Pikmin. It's my first time playing a Pikmin game, and we're jumping in with Pikmin 4. There's so many men. So many men, so many men. We'll go this way. I think those things need to be frozen. You're an enemy. I knew you were an enemy. I knew you were an enemy. I just didn't anticipate that you were going to do that to me. Alright. This area is clearly not a natural feature. I wonder who could have built it. Giant sandcastle thingy? Owie. No, stop it. You're gonna be sad because the water's gonna jump scare you, little Iceman. You're not gonna have a good time. Somewhere out there, we lost a Pikmin. I heard the death. I don't know why we lost a Pikmin. They're not the brightest. No, they are not. They're only as bright as their owner. Commander. Why am I losing men, though? I thought I had gotten all of the enemies. Maybe I did not. Oh, the rocks are getting them. I understand what's happening now. Nope, that was worse. That was way worse. Please, just get this thing out of here! My goodness. We didn't need to lose this many men to a rock. Alright. Yeah, I didn't realize there were ones that were up higher, so it was still launching rocks. Pikmin 4 is very beginner friendly. Agree, the older titles are definitely worth playing. Inking. Inking! Now, I unfortunately lost more ice Pikmin than I had hoped to. Oh, the tide went out. That's neat. That's neat. Did the water just... The tide appears to ebb in the afternoon. That ought to make it a lot easier to explore now. Neat! There we go. We're gonna send our ice Pikmin over here. Ooh, you found the new shop in Valheim. Well done. Wait. I need a full squad. That is a giant watermelon. What was that? Oh, it was the boulder. Still trying to decide on dinner. I think that's fair, though. Alright, we're gonna have to be careful if we go back the boulder way. I don't think we will for a little bit. I want to get this watermelon. Oh, I thought Oatchi had more power than that at this point. I'm wrong. I need to get some garlic first, I suppose. I was gonna say, this looks like a fight. You thought you could escape us? So I'm finding that a lot of these critters don't actually have corpses. I'm just getting a lot of sap. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Bill. That's no fun. Oh! I didn't know that. Okay, so fighting with the ice Pikmin means I'm not gonna get corpses. Wait, is there water for them to cross? Yeah, I wondered because, like, it keeps happening that I'm not getting... It's the payoff for their OP ability to freeze the enemy. Makes sense? Tracks? Hustle. Double time. I want to get in that cave before nightfall. Fish, sponge. Ravioli is a lovely food. I agree. We did homemade ravioli once. It was so much work. I don't want to say that it wasn't worth it, because it was very, very good food. Ravioli, ravioli, give me the formioli. Gotta head to sleep now due to early work tomorrow. Well, thank you so much for the raid, Con. It was great getting to meet more members of your community, and I had a lot of fun watching some power washing sim earlier today as well. I hope you have a lovely night's rest. Dennis, are you gonna start singing the Peaches song? Their pathing is so weird. Thank you for the follow, K-Money. Welcome in. Alright. Methinks that's everything. Nope. You should see the Peach Water Tower that's near where we live. It's huge and filthy. Oh no. Oh no. Bum 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 bum. When do we get another $5 donation to the Tiltify? Where'd the Onion King go? Onion King, where are you? Oh, this might be a Twitch side issue, actually. Captions, where are you? There they are. Alright, we should be back. Shay, I'm so sorry I didn't see this from 5 minutes ago. Are you still here, Shay? Ba-ba-ba-ba. Shay donated to September and asked for a speed sketch. Of what? I don't know. Oatchi and Kirby in 2 minutes. Shay, if you would like me to wait until you are back, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait until you are back so that I can do it and you can watch. But thank you so much for your donation. Seriously, why did it not work? Maybe it was because of the little internet blip. That's my guess. But the follow alert came up, which is what's weird to me. This might be a tiny bit loud.
Thank you!
Okay, no. Yeah, it just didn't come through for some reason. Oh, Shay just went live. Okay, then I will probably hold off on doing the speed sketch. I'm so sorry I missed it. I know. Thanks, John. And thank you for letting me know, Bill, because I wasn't gonna wait around like forever, but so adding to the queue that we have a speed sketch to do. Oh no, the peach is called Mock Bottom. Oh no. Oh, why would they do that? That's good. Damn it, that's good. All right. Can I ask what your pronouns are? I go by they or she pronouns interchangeably. I have no preference between the two. But thank you for asking. Okay, there we are. I had to write down the September. I had to write down the September things that I have to do. My to-do list. Words are hard. I don't think it's rude to ask someone's pronouns. I know we live in a world where there's a lot of manufactured rage bait posts about, like, people losing jobs for using the wrong pronouns or asking pronouns, and it's messy right now, is the best way that I can put it. I don't think it's rude to ask someone what their pronouns are. Right, we lost 8 good ice Pikmin, and we lost the funny number that crushes me. It crushes me. This dog, Moss, comes up quite a lot in Captain Olimar's voyage log. I'm very intrigued. Perhaps we'll encounter her somewhere on this planet.
Hello, hello.
Oh, I hope so. There's a lot that can't be captured in text alone.
Ah.
You read my mind. If I could get a tissue sample of an unknown space dog species, think of all the experiments I could run.
Yaha.
Experiments? What kind of experiments? Yanni, no! That is true. If you are not on mobile, there's a browser extension that lets you put your pronouns in chat so that everyone can see them and you can see theirs. If you see the chat underneath me, you can see Bill has his pronouns set, Dennis has their pronouns set. I think it's Alejo is what I use. Oh, do I not? I don't have it as a command, it's a timer. You will see the message. Alright. The night missions seem a little shorter. Thank you, Bill.
Hmm.
Eager to go out on a night expedition, are you? I'm ready when you are.
We're gonna try to do one night mission, and then I think I will wrap up stream. I figured that the beginner ones would be a little bit less complicated. You're on mobile, so once you switch, you will change it. It's a really fantastic extension. So many people use it, I am surprised that Twitch has not built one in at this point. And it works really well with a lot of text or like chat overlays. So like I use Zaytrees, and I know like a lot of people have integrated it into theirs so that it works together like that. Alrighty. I'm wondering, so this mission might be a little bit smaller of a stage? Nat? Nat? Welcome in, Raiders! Hi, Litchi! You just got me at the start of a timed mission, so I don't think I will be able to go to my beautiful Raider overlay at the moment, but I can have my amazing mods welcome you into chat. Litchi was doing some art. Love Litchi also, I believe, is one of our artists for the September ramen shop collab that we're working on. Command. Have a double welcome. Oh, you switched over to Fortnite. That's exciting. I have still never played Fortnite. It has not happened. But thank you so much for the raid, Litchi. I always appreciate you. Ah! It's fun, but can be very stressful. I understand. That makes sense to me. Ooh, he got second place multiple times. Well done, because I feel like that's probably better than I would have done. Oh, they're attacking the trick knoll. Oh, stop it. I want my decoy to last a little longer than that. Anyway, we can do the raid song while I'm trying to do this challenge. It will be very funny. Let's do it then. Keep going and growing. A raid is showing. Raiders welcome in. How was stream? What did you play? Hey. Thanks for dropping by. I understand if you can't stay. Hey, hey, hey. My name is Redria and I'm a part-time streamer, full-time scientist and full-time dreamer. Hope you're having an awesome time today. I'll lead the way. I play platformer, sandbox games, farming sims, come watch all three. I'm on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch TV. Like what you see, there's no need to wallow. Find me again, go on and click that follow. Please refresh your streams, and then you're free. Pronouns they, she. Welcome, Glitchy Raiders. Welcome in, everyone. Inky wants to say hi, too. He is a known lover of attention. I'm lost. Yeah, I do need to remove the Twitter part. That's kind of recent. I'm still on TikTok. I never said I had to be active. I have a TikTok. I do not have the energy to be posting to the TikTok, unfortunately. Like, there's so much expected of you, I want to say. As a content creator. Get 'em! Oh, we did it! Yeah, I can remove the, Twitter and just put blue sky. Yippee! Yeah, I'm hoping that if I do a longer art stream tomorrow, I can finish the Nintendo Color Wheel and also jump into some of the ramen shop collab that we're doing. But Litchi, thank you so much for the raid. If you have to lurk, if you've got to head out, I understand completely, but I really appreciate you for bringing your community over to spend some time and enjoy some Pikmin. Now we can make the cure. Hi. Hi, Inky baby. Hi. Who's a little baby? If you are a follower of the channel, you get access to the Inky emote. It's what we do to show him how much he is loved. He's a big deal around here. This is his second or third appearance within this, like, 3-hour stream. He's a good boy. That's my other cat, Tugboat. He is chunky and hilarious, but he is camera shy. He's maybe been up here like once or twice while I'm streaming. We post pictures of the cats in the Discord all the time. I still need to train Oatchi. Dischord. Thank you, Dennis. So, hey, this leafling kind of looks like Bernard, right? You think so? It's so leafy. I can't really tell one way or another. Yeah, but the shape of its leafiness, maybe the overall vibe, I don't know. The way it grows, it looks like him is all. What is a Bernard-like way of growing? I don't know. Look, that's just what my gut is telling me, okay? Copy that. Roger, 10-4, and so on. Thanks, Stream Elements. Copy that. Day 20, baby! Oatchi, what happened to your dandelion? Wait, what happened to his dandelion? Dennis! Right, administer the cure at once. Yes, Captain. What happened to his dandelion? I didn't want him to outgrow it. Bernard! A veteran pilot who started in the private sector before joining the Rescue Corps. He's always brimming with optimism. I want to go back. I want to go back to the dandelion butt. I want to go back. I wasn't ready. Bernard, I'm pleased to see that you're back on your feet. Are you sure it's okay for you to be up and about already? Play it cool, Dingo. Play it cool. Appreciate your concern, Dingo, but I'm good to go. It's strange. Since losing my leaves, I feel as light as a feather. Now, the next time I get abandoned in a cave, I should be able to escape all on my own. Ha! Ha! What are you trying to say? So he's mad at me for running after all. Oh, nothing. Just a little joke. Good, good. Finally, all the members of the Rescue Corps are together again. I hereby reinstate our primary mission, the rescue of Captain Olimar. Copy that. Wow, where'd they find a rookie like you? So unique. You must be the secret weapon the captain's been talking about. Thank you very much for saving me. Excuse me, Captain. This may pertain to the subject of a certain Captain Olimar's whereabouts. I found a logbook entry that caught my interest. Pixel Chat doesn't know what to do with this character voice. The last push. At long last, my goal to collect all lost SS Dolphin parts is nearly complete. According to the ship's radar, the remaining pieces are inside a giant structure. My life support system is reaching its limit. On one last push now. Wait! Could that mean... While searching our newly restored radar, we received a very strong SOS signal from inside a large structure. It must be coming from Captain Olimar. Commendable work. Fake first. Enjoy your cake. Yeah, we had an internet blip. And Stream Elements just caught up on the fact that we had an internet blip, so that's probably why. As always, the rest is up to you. Officers, to your stations, please. What? Has Oatchi's tail always been so green? Where's the dandelion butt? I'm so upset. Oatchi, I love you, but I'm so upset. Why would you do this to me? You're the goodest boy, but why would you do this to me? Alright. I am ready for some dinner. You were tempted to say something when I posted about it in the Discord earlier. I'm so sad. Save and return. Well, thank you guys so much for making Pikmin, again, just such a fun game to explore with you all. I have thoroughly been enjoying it. I kind of have Pikmin brain rot. I keep thinking about playing it off stream, but I like exploring it, and like kind of getting that first impression of everything, you know? There's a benefit to it, I would say. Tomorrow's stream will start at 1 p.m. Eastern. We will be streaming, art. We will be finishing the Nintendo Color Wheel. Let me give you a sneak peek in case you have not seen it. You could always try and improve your score in some Dandori challenges off screen. That's not a bad idea. And I take it I can improve those score things, with those new NPCs I got. Are you guys ready to see what this is gonna turn into? We are going to be finishing up the pink wedge here. Princess Peach won the vote. Birdo was second. And you knew that Kirby was going to have to be in there somewhere. So this is what we have going. It's Princess Peach on a motorcycle. I've never drawn a motorcycle before. I'm kind of scared. And then we are adding a couple of other things just to fill in some space. We are adding a Deku Baba, which is kind of aqua and green. Adding some rupees. Adding some Pikmin carrying a coin. Adding a one-up mushroom. It's gonna be amazing. I can't wait to finish it. And we will also be adding this to our Ko-fi as a print. There's a lot of new stuff on my Ko-fi. I highly recommend checking it out. There's new membership options. There's some new Pikmin prints. Lots of fun stuff going on over there. And of course, lastly, this is September, so we are raising money for World Central Kitchen all month long. There are a couple of incentives, so if you're interested in donating and seeing what you can get with your donation, here are a couple of options. There's 2 options that we have listed in our Discord. I will talk about them more next time we do a collab stream. So, with that, we're gonna raid Shay. Shay is playing Fae Farm. It's a game that I'm really hoping that I can get into soon. Fingers crossed. So we're gonna raid out to Shay and send them some love and support. Thank you guys all so much again for being here, spending time with me. It really means a lot. This has been just a joy of a first stream of the week, and I'm very excited to stream more tomorrow. Thank you for pinning that, Sekhmet. Anyway, keep going and growing. I will see you guys next time. Bye!